Right, so the Eurocars rejoin us out on circuit then for their grand final tonight. This is the longest race of the day for this class. Without a shadow of a doubt, the heats have been 20 laps. The final will be a very, very long distance of 30 laps, which is a long way to go around this Hednesford Hills Raceway. But the cars now starting to have got 5 cars on the track for this one, the same 5 we've had for the entirety of the night so far. And lining up on pole position is going to be number 5 of Aaron McGrath, and then 32 Ben Singleton lines up alongside. Row 2, 31 is John Smith, and the 00 car is the car driven by Kieran Twig tonight. And then the back of the grid we've got number 33 Kevin van der Bosch. So I should point out 33 should be on pole, but has elected to start from the back of the grid, so that's why the grid has been changed and everyone's moved forward in one position. Anyway, yellow flag goes up, then here we go with our rolling start for the Eurocar final. This will be a distance of 30 laps as previously mentioned. Who's he going to be? We'll find out in the first ever Eurocar Oval Race Final. So down the back straight, a completely different set of drives to what we saw last week on the circuit test at Mallory Park, where we had 5 cars join us there with some very entertaining racing on the 1.3 mile circuit. Anyway, watch the green flag for Mr. Senna, rest on a rise, and we get a green flag. There you go, then the V6 engines are unleashed, and we have a lovely noise echo around the bowl here at Hednesford Hills Raceway as the Euro cars fire into life for their last race of the evening. And Aaron McGrath, number 5, is the early race leader. Van der Bosch is up to 3rd place already from the back of the grid. I will probably already change for 2nd place on the home straight. He will indeed do so, so through comes Van der Bosch going through into 2nd place early doors as we're only on that number 2. So down the back straight, McGrath leads, the Irish driver from County Wexford, I believe, as they make their way into turns 3 and 4 for the second time. McGrath keeps the lead for the time being. Like I say, these cars, as we said earlier on the rolling start, did another test meeting on the circuits last week at Mallory Park, seeing Owen Potter, number 79, being the man to beat, along with the likes of Sean Jackley, number 11, also been fairly competitive as well on the 1.3 mile course. Of course, when these cars go into their full season, the plan is for them to race not just here at Hednesford and Mallory Park, but they will also be making a trip to Barlow on the half mile over in Holland, along with various other places in the country as well, such as Pembrey in South Wales, which will be on the circuit rounds. We've got plans as well, possibly for a trip to Zandvoort as the lone Dutch circuits. So they certainly are making their way around this track very rapidly tonight, as the 00 car of Kieran Twig has pulled off with a mechanical failure in front of us. So obviously a couple of teething problems for a couple of these cars. As we say, this is early doors testing for the Eurocar Series and rFactor, and the second meeting we've tried for them. As Kevin van der Bosch is looking around the outside of Aaron McGrath in number 5, sorry, as they come down the home straight. And Kevin van der Bosch sweeps around the outside and enters turn 1 and takes the lead as they make their way down the back straight, still side by side, as McGrath is not finished yet, but I think he may be now, as van der Bosch slots in front of him and will romp away into the early race lead. So Kevin van der Bosch is your new race leader. Aaron McGrath is trying to come back at him as van der Bosch has gone sideways to the far side. He's ramping up and almost over goes the 33 car, but it's come back down on all 4 wheels, thankfully, without going for a tumble. So that would be our second rollover in the Euro cars during testing, as we had a rollover at the hairpin last week when Sean Jackley managed to roll the car in practice. When he clipped the inside curb on the Shaw's hairpin, the car went tumbling. Van der Bosch is now looking to the inside of McGrath again, but McGrath shuts the door on him fairly conclusively as they go down the back straight then. They've got Singleton as well looking in the rafters here in the 32 car, but at the moment he's unable to mount a challenge to the top 2, who are a bit too far gone for him at the time being, as they make their way onto the far side of this Hednesford Hills Raceway here on Cannock Chase. And Van der Bosch is still trying that outside line, proving there is an outside line in Euro cars. He's now got to the inside, maybe not is the case, as well, I think it's fair to say McGrath again has shut the door on him. Some great scrapping between the two at the front in this one. By far the best race of the day so far for the Euro cars, as through to the lead it goes Van der Bosch again, who takes the lead for the second time in this race. And McGrath shuffled back down to second place after having a lot of defensive driving on display a few laps ago there. Oh, Van der Bosch has spun. The leader's gone. He's gone around on the inside of turn 4. He's managed to regain control and rejoin the action, but he's lost 3 places, so he's now gone down to 4th. Obviously, he can't go down to 5th with Kieran Twigg no longer circulating in the 0-0. So with that, Amagari's given the lead again. Singleton's through for 2nd. Smith is up to 3rd. But I think Van der Bosch will probably try and deal with John Smith as soon as he possibly can as they make their way on the back straight, and Van der Bosch comes down the inside, last late break since turn 3. He made it look easy, didn't he? As Van der Bosch is back through for 3rd. Smith is down to 4th, and we do suspect that car is having a few problems. It's not quite got the straight line speed of the cars, which is a mystery to all of us, as they're meant to be completely identical, these cars. Of course, all Sonny Howard race prep cars, of course, and they all are identical Ford Mondeo silhouettes. So into turn 3 they begin to go, and Singleton's closed up to the race leader Aaron McGrath here, so we could have another interesting battle on for the lead in the very near future as they continue their way round. Lap 19, we are on now to 30, so it's 10 laps to go next time round for the race leaders in this very long 30-lap Eurocar final. Brilliant sound, isn't it? The V6s rumbling their way round this Hednesford Hills Raceway. Very, very similar in many regards to the Super Rods. Another long time formula here at Inca Race and indeed Hednesford Hills Raceway. But obviously these aren't the Super Rods, these are the Eurocars, so let's get us focused back on these. McGrath is still race leader though, but he's got Van der Bosch catching it. Singleton's gone around, so the same place car is now gone. And almost got beached on the inner wall down there on turn 4, but he's been able to get recovered to the centre green. Is that race run, I wonder? No, he's managed to loop it back round and managed to find his way back off the infield, and will now try and rejoin the fray, which he has indeed done so, albeit a lap down on the charts. So down the back straight then, McGrath, I believe, is leading. John Smith has run really low on the home straight for some bizarre reason. That's not normally the line around this Hednesford Hills Raceway. McGrath, I believe, is still your race leader as Kevin Van der Bosch is trying to get back on terms with him. Is he going to try the outside line at turn 3 again? He's trying it, he's gone to the outside again, but this time there is no biscuit there, and this time Van der Bosch to the inside on turn 1, and he's still on the inside. So Kevin Van der Bosch is certainly becoming the master of Euro cars already. He didn't race last week, so he didn't see his true potential outside of the ovals, but he's certainly looking like he could be a contender for the Oval Championship this year. Of course, in the Oval Championship they will be making a visit to the 1.5 mile oval at Rockingham, which will be a completely different kettle of fish to this quarter mile oval here at Hednesford, as we come through now onto lap number 27. So we are certainly clearing the closing laps now of today's Eurocar final. Coming around now to start at lap number 28. Aaron McGrath has lost the leader somewhat, but the 32 car behind him is a lap down, so that's not really a concern for Aaron at this stage, really, as John Smith is 3rd and half a lap down on the top 2, which is less than ideal for John, but hopefully he can get that car all sorted. So 1 lap to go, Mr. Stoner, please. 1 lap to go this time for your race leader, number 33, Kevin Van der Bosch. Here he comes, 1 lap to go, more down on him. McGrath 2nd, Singleton is indeed 4th, but as I say, a lap down. So 3rd place is still John Smith in the 31 car. The Chevrolet's at the ready then, and Kevin Van der Bosch will become our first grand final winner for the Eurocars. 2nd is Aaron McGrath, 4th is Ben Singleton, but a lap down, and 3rd place is going to be John Smith. And beyond that, Mr. Please, we can go red flags, thank you, to conclude that one.